I'm listening to the music, y'all. Good evening, y'all. This is Shirley, OG Gardner, Cleveland, Ohio, Zone 6B. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're listening, please hit that like button and show me that you like me just a little bit. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. All right, y'all. It's wintertime and oh, it don't know what it want to do. The other day, it had got down to 14 degrees. Today, it got up to almost 50. All right, this is pneumonia weather. Hey, Joshua, how are you? Thank you for stopping in, being the first this evening. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, so 1 minute we're freezing, and next minute we're semi-warm. This is a heat wave actually, and it's supposed to rain the rest of the weekend. So we're gonna have all different seasons and times, here in Ohio. As you can see, my co-host enjoying her nap. She's been there all afternoon. I wish I could be like a cat sometimes. I mean, they can sleep all day, at least 20 hours out of 24, and sleep anywhere in just about any position, which is crazy. Okay, let's see who else jumped in there. Hey, who's that? Oh, my Renaissance grandma. Hello, hello. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. All right, you drop your weather. In New York, it's plus 48 degrees, clear, currently clear. The wind is blowing from, I can't see which direction that is, but 5 miles an hour. Okay. Ooh, the humidity is high, 77%. Yeah, that's all right. My Renaissance grandma, you be in the bushes. I know you be taking care of business, whether you making your seasonings or making soap or whatever. You do what you got to do. I just appreciate you stopping in. What Mike said in ads, yeah, that happens. It seems like the ads have become more frequent, on some of these lives, including my own. And some of them can be long too. You be trying to click up out of there, and it's like, you can't leave this until I finish. So it is what it is. Help those some maybe extra duckies in my pocket. Yeah. Hey, Mike. Mike, I was watching your video with the rabbit and the squirrel. I was cracking up. I was like, all right, they're having a showdown in OK Corral. They said they didn't fight today. So that was a good thing. Dr. Doolittle. Mike said in Minneapolis, oh, it's 12 degrees. Whew, light snow. Yeah. 15 miles an hour. Yes. They're going to build up for a minute. Yeah, it is too many ads sometimes, Joshua. And we try to click in there to let them know that kind of tone them down. And not only they excuse me, too many, sometimes they long. They not like, a minute or two. They want to be like 5 or 6 minutes. You be like, really? No. So yeah. Oh, she reposition herself. Yeah. So I wish I could sleep like that sometimes. When my knee wake me up in the middle of the night and I can't go back to sleep, I'll be like, I need to go to sleep. This one here, she sleep all day until about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Then she get the zoomies. Yeah, yeah. Well, you can regulate that, Joshua. Yeah, you can. Unique. Thank you for stopping in. Howdy to you too, sweetheart. I'm gonna wait for a few more folks to come in here this evening. The wind's been pretty high here, though. We've had high winds, even though it warm. All the snow we had has just about melted. It's still a lot of ice out there that still can be broke up real easy, but we had some snow. Yeah. So let's see who else. LGGG Love. Hello, sweetheart. Thank you for stopping in this evening. I appreciate you. I went downstairs today to check on my plants in the basement, and my lemons still hanging on the plant and still trying to grow, and actually it's full of new buds for more lemons. So that really kind of blew my mind, and a few of them bloomed and it got the basement smelling real nice. Yeah, citrus blossoms are very aromatic. They will light up a room. If it wasn't so heavy, I would bring it up and put it in the dining room in the window with the rest of the plants, but it seemed to be doing okay downstairs, so that's where I'm gonna leave it at. Everybody saying hello. Hey, Cassandra, my new lady in waiting and retired now. So yeah, I know you got 1,001 things you want to do. So just take one day at a time and accomplish one. Don't be all over the place because then then you got to clean it up. So yeah, I'm glad you finally retired. I hope you're happy and that you get a chance to do what you want to do as far as your spare time. Yeah, whatever hobby you may have, you might want to extend your time in growing, might try your hydroponics. You might start a journal where how you're going to grow or what you're going to grow in your garden next year, and also look at your seed supply. See if you need to order some more seeds. We always gonna order seeds. I don't care how much we can trade and ask for each other for seeds, back and forth. We gonna get seeds. We gonna get seeds. I see Mike saying hi to Sylvia. Hey, Sylvia. Thank you for stopping in this evening, sweetheart. I appreciate you. Yes, I do. So, yes, seeds is our weak spot. It's real easy to get addicted to seeds. When we hear one another talk about seeds, we was like, you got any extra? Can you send me some? Right now, I'm sending my address to someone that hadn't been in the chat for a while, but they did a pop up. And so I reached out to them and they was like, okay, send me shipping and you got what you need. So I was like, cool beans, so even though we can, reach out to one another and check the supply of what you have, it's always nice to go through these catalogs or check out new nurseries and see what they have and figure out what you can handle. Because Sandra said, there's so much that I want to do and end up doing very little. Well, hey, that's okay. Like you retired now, it don't make a difference. It ain't going nowhere. You can, get down and do it whenever you feel like it. It's not like you need to rush and do it overnight. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Nikki, how you doing, boo? I was watching your video and I was looking at the garden with all the snow. I was like, yeah. Ooh. Nikki, I got a box over here full of bottles that I need to put out in the garden because I want to try that winter gardening in my bottles. That's right. Tell them, Nikki, hit that like button. Show me that you like me. Just a little bit would be greatly appreciated. Yeah, so I got my jugs over here. I found my duct tape. I got my magic markers, and I want to put some seeds in Eastern Mountain snow. Yep, that's right, Sylvia. Tell her she ain't got to do it. Rome wasn't built in a day. Winter sowing. Yes, thank you. I couldn't think of the right words. Thank you very much. Yeah, so it's funny that I saw you and thought about the winter sowing because I'm looking at all these containers and I'm trying to figure out what do I want to put in them so that I will get a jump start in the spring. I was like, now that I know I can also do it with my hydroponics, I should have no excuses why I don't have seedlings or starts for my garden come springtime. Because you guys will get an earlier start than we will. Our spring normally starts late uh, April. It might be almost May. Hopefully, that we've gotten the last hard frost so that if we want to harden out or put anything in the ground, I normally don't plant in ground unless the temperature stays at least 50 to 55 degrees for a solid week. I mean, it has to be every single day. That way I know the underground temperature can meet the surface temperature and I don't have to worry about plants that are cold sensitive will die because the ground is still too cold. So I've learned that over the years. Yes, everybody telling you, Cassandra, don't try to be a Rome in a day. Enjoy your time off. Pace yourself. That's why I say pace yourself. Do a little bit each day. When you get tired, sit down. Don't overdo it. It ain't like it's going anywhere. Is that Tina? What's up, Miss 511? Thank you. Save on. Good evening. Thank you so much. Yeah, so we got a few folks in here, and I got my little list of some of the sayings that I heard as a child and didn't understand it until I got a little older. Is that 10? Good evening, Educated Natural. Thank you so much for popping in this evening. I appreciate you. Nikki said, Sylvia, I threw a lot of mine away because I used them a lot of times and they were looking rough. Hey, but you know what you're doing and you can keep going though. That's the point there, Sylvia. Um, the first one that I thought about, because we come from a large family, is don't bite the hand that feeds you. As a child, I used to wonder, why would I bite the hand that feeds me? And well, as a child, I missed the point. And as I got older, I understood. So that was just one. And if you would like to type in the chat what was said to you as a child that you didn't understand, but you do now, you can put it in there. I'll read it off, or y'all can see what each other has written. So yeah. Um, oh, and like when they whoop you, this is gonna hurt me more than it's gonna hurt you. And I'm like, how did they figure that out? You whooping me. And then I figured in regards to, all right, that they didn't want to punish me, but they had to. Hey, Psalms, how are you, sweetheart? Thank you for stopping in. When you get older, blessings, everyone from the proverbial bushes. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. When you get older, yeah, you'll learn. The ones I had looked, oh, that's, you already read that. The chat goes up, then it goes down, then it goes back up again. Sylvia said the ones I had look rough, so I'm not going to worry about saving them. We buy plenty of milk. I use water jugs because I drink a lot of water. So I have the small ones. I don't have the big ones. The big ones I keep out on the porch to water my window boxes and stuff. Ah, yeah, let me whoop you then. Yep. Oh, as a child, my mom always says, ignorance of the law does not excuse me. Yeah, true that. And I was like, I'm not a lawyer, so I don't know what she mean by that. I got another one. Closed mouths don't get fed. Well, as a child, I figured, well, the only way you can eat is to open up your mouth. So I didn't understand that until I got a little older. Yeah. Another one. One monkey don't stop no show. And I'd be like, what monkey is she talking about? Hey, Nikki Walker, thank you for stopping in. Appreciate you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And I used to say, what you mean one monkey don't stop no show? I was like, at the zoo? What did she mean by that? Then as you say, as I got a little older, I kind of figured it out. I did. Loose lips sinks ships. And I used to try to figure out, how do your lips get loose and how does it sink ships? But that was from my older cousins who would say that. Oh, you see my co-host chilling back there, Nikki? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Keep living long enough. Yeah. Oh, sure. Hey, Cheryl. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you. Just as long as you hit that like button and show me that you like me, just a little bit would be greatly appreciated. Is that Odom? What's up, old dog? What's up? Thank you. Oh, would you say loose lips and ships? Nikki was your favorite. Oh, feed them with the long handled spoon. Yes, yeah, yeah. Keep that distance in between there. Yeah. Oda said, my mom always said, I brought you in this world, I take you out. Yep, yep, yep. I heard that one. And I used to use that one for my children. I used to tell them that too. Yeah, when you get on my last nerves, yeah, I'll be ready to tear that butt up. Snitches get stitches. And I used to, first of all, what was a snitch? We called them tattletales or big mouths. And then I found out what snitches mean. I said, why do they get stitches? They was like, that's pretty much like a prison term. All right. They run their mouths too much, they gonna hurt them. I was like, ah. Francesca, thank you for stopping in. Oh, I've seen somebody saying Peach. Crooked Peach in here too. Thank y'all for coming. Oh, I see you, Peach. Howdy and good evening to you too, sweetheart. Oh yeah, this is gonna hurt me more than it's gonna hurt you. Yeah, yeah. That was one of my mom's favorite when she whooped and tapped that behind. Oh yeah, that's a good one, Francesca. My mom always told me, "You make your bed now, you have to lay in it." Yeah, yep, yep. That's when you screwed up big time. G Mama grows hard in the garden. Thank you for stopping in this evening. Appreciate you. Yes, I do. Everybody saying hello to one another. Another one. Still waters run deep. I had no idea what that meant as a child. I was like, it took me a long time before I got older before I heard that expression again. And then I was like, still waters run deep. I was like, okay, gotcha. Now I understand. Oh, my fur baby? Yeah, that's my spoiled child right there. She sleep more than I do. I wish I could sleep like she can. She sleep anywhere and everywhere. Ah, yeah. If you want to run with the dogs, you're gonna have fleas. Now, when you say if you lie down with the dogs, you're gonna get up with fleas. Yeah, yeah. Hey, Bammit, brother from another mother. Good evening. Thank you for stopping in this evening. Yep. So everybody, each state has their own sayings. Some sayings I've never heard before. And then when I hear it now as a grown up, I understand what they're saying. But as a child, if I was to hear that, I would be like, what are they talking about? Say, Texas is in his house. What's up, CC? How are you, sweetheart? Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. B Ant, how are you? Thank you for stopping in. Appreciate you. Princess said she got some pretty. Oop, all right. The chat just disappeared. Everybody saying hi to Ann Backyard Garden, known as B Ant. All right. The chat just jumped and I missed that altogether. All right. Another one. I will slap the taste out your mouth. And I used to wonder how can you do that? Crooked Peach said, can't soar with the eagles when you're flying with turkeys. That's a good one. I ain't heard that one. Oh, yeah, yep. Cassandra, don't write a check that your butt can't cash. Yeah. And saying butt was being polite. Mm-hmm. Going in the dishes, or in the dishes, in bushes, dinner time. Okay, Sylvia. I appreciate you stopping in. Yeah, yeah, that was a good one. And the old one that all kids know, don't let the doorknob hit you where the good Lord split you. Uh-huh. Like said, split me where? And I'm just like, I had no idea what that meant. I just thought it was gonna hit me in the butt. We here, I'll slap the black off of you. I got that on here. I got that on here. I will slap the black off of you. Oh, how about this one? If you drink coffee, it will make you black. So they wouldn't give you any. Yeah, Nikki, people who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. Ain't that the truth? Yeah. Uh, Another one. Oh, you still got milk behind your ears. I used to say, I wash my face and my ears. I ain't got no milk back behind my ears. They would laugh at me, and I'm like, okay. Crooked Peach is saying everybody lives in a glass house. Yeah, none of us need to be throwing stones at all. At all. Oh, my mom's favorite one is "I will knock you into next week." I'm like, that's hitting somebody pretty hard. You know what I'm saying? That could kill somebody. Well, Tia say yes, my grandmother. Oh, the chat just jumped. Use that one on me about the coffee. That'll make you black. Oh, uh, oh yeah. Oh, I got that on here too. If you eat watermelon seeds, you'll grow. You will grow. It will grow in your belly. Now, how did they? How did I put it on here? Now, we used to say if you swallow watermelon seeds, you would get pregnant. Yeah, they figure they stop you from doing anything of the other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Who is that? Oh, the analytic gardener. What's up, Tag? Thank you for stopping in. Appreciate you. If you have a favorite saying that you grew up with, put it in the chat, please. What's another one? Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm. Shut up crying before I really give you something to cry about. And I'm like, you already didn't beat my butt. What else could you possibly do? I'm already crying. I didn't understand that at all. For instance, I also heard that no grass grows under that person's feet. I wasn't sure what that meant till later on in life. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He said, don't let the grass grow. Yeah. So that was just a few of some of the ones that I remember on a regular that my mom used to tell us kids, you know. Um, yeah. I used to have one. I used to tell my son, I would beat your behind black and blue. You don't get somewhere and sit down. Yeah, that's a good one, 10. If you have nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and my favorite one, my grandmother used to say, children should be seen and not heard. So I used to stand in front of her just to mess with her, just stand there. And she looked at me. She said, what's wrong with you? Why are you standing there looking at me? And I was like, you always say children should be seen and not heard. So you see me? And she would run me out the house. I was a smart butt then. Yeah. So yeah, come on, y'all. I know y'all got some more sayings. I know y'all only have more than one time or one saying that you didn't heard. It's either your folks, whether it's your mom or dad or grandparents or a aunt or uncle or even a neighbor. Some of these neighbors will holler at you. Ah, I haven't heard that one. I forgot about that one, Cassandra. Hey, Jigs, fix your face. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. Hey, Queen. Oh, unbiased. Happy Thursday to you too, sweetheart. Nice to see you here. Almost Crooked Peach. Almost. It got up to 50 degrees. We still got a lot of ice that was underneath the snow. So the snow is just about gone. That ice needs to go somewhere though. Yeah, don't look at me at that tone. Ooh, oh, that was my mom's favorite one. Get your butt somewhere and sit down. Bama said I can't say it. Yeah, I don't need no strikes. Yeah. I don't want Nightbot to put you in timeout. Damn it. Ooh, G saying hello to everybody. Which I say everybody. Yeah, Jesus saying hi to him. So yeah, I mean, everybody seemed to grow up different, but when you start talking about your childhood, a lot of us is the same. It doesn't make a difference what state you are. Uh, doesn't make a difference how old you are, how young you are. Some way or another, there's just certain things that seems to be universal when it comes to the household. Like shut that door, quit letting the flies in. Yep, yep. If you don't understand now, keep on living. Yep, you'll find out sooner or later. It was 75 here today. I wish. Ooh, we won't see 75 again till June or July of next year. Yeah, you cursing at me when you start telling me numbers like that. Mm-mm. Nope, 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 nope. Yeah. So yeah, certain things you can't say because I didn't heard some folks being cussed out in their house from their parents, so it'd be funny about what they talking about, but it's still you cursing at your kid. But yeah, everybody's still talking to one another, saying hello. Come on, y'all. I know y'all got some more. Oh, that's a good one. Well, yeah, when you leave that door open, were you born in a barn? Yeah. It's funny how some of the very things we hated our parents say, and now we as adults say, yeah, well, we're a product of our parents. I know sometimes I've had people standing behind me and they turn around. They said, I sound exactly like my mom. They thought my mom was standing there and they know she gone. You're gonna eat me out of house and home. Oh man, my mom used to say that to my brothers all the time. Whoop, your daddy wasn't a glass blower. Oh, I ain't heard that one in a while. Oh yeah, with all my brothers, they used to eat like dogs, boy. Some in front of that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a good one too. Yeah. All right, y'all. Come on. I know y'all got some more stuff now. Don't act shy. It's not like we reporting this to your mom and dad or your Nima or whatever. Now let's like watching too, sitting next to you. Oh, that's a good one, Crooked Peach. Go outside and get some money off that money tree. Yeah. Uh-huh. Or they say you think money grow on trees. Oh my goodness. Where you think I'm supposed to get this money at? You think money grow on trees? No. If we tree would be naked all the time. Keep out and I give you something to pout about. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Uh, you would sit here till your plate is clean, clean. But oh, I hated that one. That's when I first hated Brussels sprouts. My mom would cook them till they turned into mush, and they was just nasty. And if I didn't eat them at dinner time, when I woke up the next morning, everybody's had grits and eggs, and I still had that plate of Brussels sprouts. My mom said, "I ain't got food for you to waste." My all-time least favorite, eat it. All kids in Africa are starving. I always told them to ship the food to the kids in Africa. GT, hello, sweetie. How are you? With these late night dropping seeds and stuff. I was just watching your video from 13 hours ago. I was like, hey, okay. You got a frog in your pocket? Oh, mm-mm. Mike. Wow. I like Brussels sprouts now. Now that I don't cook them to death, I like to roast them and put some honey over them. They're good now. Once you learn how to cook them, they're good. Yeah, that's a good one. You're saying coffee will stunt your growth. Yeah, when they had, I was 5 feet already, so I didn't think so. Mm-mm. Yeah, I told him I was like, everybody and anything was taller than my grandma. A broomstick was taller than my grandma. She wasn't but 4'11", and I used to kiss on the top of her head, and she used to hate that. She'd be like, "Ah, top my." I used to call her a fidget. I was like, "Are you standing up or sitting down?" Mm-mm. My grandmother used to run me out the house all the time. Oh, that's a good one, 10. If you're feeling froggy, then jump. My mom used to tell my brothers that. Don't make me kick you to the kingdom come because I was bad. I can see that for you, unbiased. Oh, not this sweet. My money is funny. Yeah, yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah. Yeah, we used to say that when you wanted to fight somebody if you feeling froggy leak. Cat got your tongue and ants in your pants. Ants in your pants and you need to dance. You respect your elders and address them as sir and ma'am and Mr. and Mrs. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because my aunt, I never called her just Evelyn. It's always Aunt Evelyn, not Aunt. Aunt, Aunt Evelyn, Aunt, and I had an aunt named Eula Pearl. Them old country folks. Yeah, yeah. What did my boy on Popeye say? They'll help you today for a hamburger on Tuesday. I used to say when they was like, "My money is funny." I was like, "Money tell jokes." I mean, how is money funny? Only time I remember money is funny that it was either in a Monopoly game or it was counterfeit. So it took me a long time before I figured out one. Keep that up and you find yourself getting up off the floor. Yeah, that's a good one. Yep. Yeah, that's really a good one. It it is what it is. Uh-huh. And my mom used to say, it's like this, it's like the TI is. Oh boy, my mom was good with that one. Mumbling under your breath will get your lips bubbled up. Yeah, yeah. It'll get you grounded for a week. My mama said, you don't talk up under your breath. You feeling grown, grab your shoes, let's go outside. That's a good one. And you think you can whoop me? Come on with it. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Keep that up and you find yourself getting them off the floor. My mom didn't say getting off the floor. My mama said, keep that up and you'll find yourself knocked out. A little woman, my mom had a serious punch. Yep, she will knock you out. It wasn't about putting a knife. My brother jumped out from behind the door one day, called herself scaring mom. And instead of scaring mom, my mom reacted. She hit him so hard she broke his jaw. So yeah, my mom didn't play that. Hey Dolores. Do you got McDonald's money? Well then, it's not one of your little friends. I was like, I thought we were friends, so are we enemies? That's being a smart butt for real, Dolores. Why do your room always smell like Fritos? Yeah, them boys. Oh my God. They never took their stuff out their gym bag. It was just funky. It smelled like the locker room at school. Oh, it was horrible. Mm-mm. Them boys sweats. What? Oh, these ads keep popping up on my screen. Like, leave me alone. Go somewhere else with that mess. Yeah, what are your room? Yeah, pre and my brother's room. The socks had been in the gym bag so long, I thought the bag was gonna get up and walk into the bathroom near the wash machine they sells and said, like, "Somebody please wash me," because he ain't gonna do it. Oh, that was a good one. Oh, Nikki, wait till your father get home. I'll be like, "No, beat me." Well, my stepfather never whooped me. My mom, I would want my stepfather to beat me the way my mom went off. But yeah, yeah, my mom didn't play that. She didn't say that. I think she said that once or twice. And that was mainly for the boys. She whooped the girls and daddies whooped the boys. She wouldn't let daddy whoop us. Yeah. So, but the way my mom would go off, I think I would rather have dad. I think he wouldn't be as bad as my mom. My mom, she was like no mercy, like whoo, when she went off on you, I guarantee you, whatever you did, you would not do a repeat on that one. Yeah, I guarantee you. I can't go because Aunt Flo is visiting. Oh yeah, I remember that. We used to say, "Who is Aunt Flo?" I figured it out too. Oh yeah, your face is gonna freeze like that. Faces. Oh, all right. I'm looking for some more stuff here, y'all. Jay is in here. You ready to meet your maker? Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah. Mm-mm. Hey, Juicy with Jay. How are you, sweetheart? Thank you for stopping in this evening. Yeah. Jay, I was looking at you juicing stuff, and I was like, I've been putting mine in the blender and making smoothies out of it. I got a ripe barlet, yeah, a barklet pear. Um, I have a mango. I have an apple. I have some berries, blueberries, strawberries. I want to make a smoothie, and I got to get some more J3 honey because I've been wearing that out for the sweetness. Yeah, I've been drinking a lot of smoothies. Yeah, kids struggling in China. You need to eat all your food. Yeah. Hmm. Now tell them, well, they can come here and eat this because I don't want no more. Be home when the street lights come on. That's right. You better be. If you're not home, you better be hitting that porch. Boom, boom. Yes, indeed. They better hear your shoes. You better holler, I'm home. Something. Yep. Yep. All right. Everybody saying hello to one another. The jigs, the juice, juice with J. Mm. Uh, Crooked Peach says, I was always fixated on the one street light. Oh, like that'll be burnt out. I was like, it ain't on, but it that's a lousy excuse. Oh, that's a good one, Nikki. A bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. I used to wonder, what do they mean by that? Yeah. That's a lousy excuse though. They be like, when it's what time the street lights come on, and this is not the only street light stuff. You see any street light coming on any street, your butt better be coming down the street or your foot hitting that porch. Because if you didn't, you was grounded and you wasn't going anywhere. So it didn't make a difference if the street light was on or not. You was grounded. And when my mama say grounded, she mean grounded. My mom, let me tell you how my mom used to be. She would make you sit in her bedroom in the window while you watch all the other kids outside playing. Yeah, because my brothers and sisters would have their friends come over to our house because we weren't allowed to leave the yard. And we played kick, they played ball and whatever else out in the street because we stayed on a short side street. And yeah, and she would make you sit there and say, see, if you'd have been acting right, you could have been out there with the rest of them. So yeah. Yep, yep. That's the first one I did. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. I used to wonder, like, how is somebody gonna bite their hand when you're trying to eat? Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Oh yeah, that was a good one. And I used to try to figure out what does that mean. Like, why would you not put all your eggs in one basket? Where would you put the other eggs? You're gonna just put one in there, so you're gonna do it the rest of the eggs. Yeah, I used to ask a lot of questions. I was very inquisitive. Mom said it was nosy. I was like, well, whatever. But I still want to know the answer. So you gonna tell me or you gonna sit here and make me guess? Yes, indeedy. Oh, that's a good one, Nikki. Yeah, you are barking up the wrong tree. Air your dirty laundry in public. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Don't go to that school telling all your business. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good one. You barking up the wrong tree. Like, mm-hmm. You trying to find out some information. In other words, you just being nosy. No, that ain't none of your business. My aunt was good. She tell you the heartbeat. Mind your business. Get out of mine. Thank you, G Mama. Yeah, hit that like button and show me that you like me. Just a little bit. Dolores said, I was a smart child. She would say, life ain't fair. I said, why play if the game ain't fair. She was like, it's not a game, go to bed. Yep, don't count your chickens before they hatch. Yeah, I was like, that's a good one because I was like, what do you mean? They ain't no chickens in here. They all eggs. Where the chickens at? Yeah, we have so many sayings that we grew up on, and you try to figure out where they come from. And then as you had kids, you catch yourself saying the same thing to your children. And then you wonder when you hear them repeat it, you be like, where you from? They turn around and look at you like, really? Did you just say that? Oh yeah. First seek the kingdom and in its righteousness, and all the other things will be added to you. Yeah, yep. Whew. They get to quoting Bible scriptures at you. Yeah. Mind your P's and Q's. Oh yeah, good one. Yep. That was a good one. Oh, bury the hatchet. I'd be like, what? And they be like, in somebody's head or what? I was like, ugh. Yeah, that's a good one. My co-host is enjoying her nap. And then she'll wake up and get to zooming through the house and I have to throw something at her. Hmm. I used to say, what does mind your P's and Q's mean? I said, if you're going to say mind your business, wouldn't that be a B instead of a P? I was a smart aleck too. Grow what I eat. Gwig, thank you. Oh, yeah, I can see the writing on the wall. We used to say handwriting on the wall. Yeah. Thank you for stopping in, Gwig, this evening. I appreciate you. Yeah. I didn't see you. You eased in here on me. I see people saying hi to you. So glad to see you. Yeah. It was another one my mom used to say all the time. And I'm trying to figure out what it is. I have my mom here with me all the time. She right back there. She was cremated and I got her ashes. So she's always close. We're saying hello to everybody. Um, I'm trying to think of this one saying she used to say all the time too when she was fussing at us. Oh, when I was your age, if I got caught doing such and such and such, I would have got killed. And I'm like, okay. So what that mean? It'll be fun until it's not. Yeah. I was like, when you was my age, that's like, I'm not there yet. So does that mean I get to do it? Whew, my mom used to get so mad at me. And I was just like her. I think that's why I was just like, I mean, I'm just like my mama. But I got it all from her. Got it honest. A lot of kids are quiet. Some kids are boisterous. Some are what they call introverts, extroverts, whatever. Some of us are just loud, crazy. Excuse me. My mom was loud and crazy, and I'm just as loud and crazy as my mom. Everybody saying hello to one another. Greg saying hi. Oh, that's a good one. Don't let the right hand know what the yeah. Don't let your left hand know what your right hand is what we says doing. You said hand thinking. Okay, that's a good one, Greg. Oh, that's a good one, Crooked Peach. If you tell to jump off a bridge, are you going to jump off the bridge too? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, I used to tell my son that. So you smelling yourself, huh? When my son turned 16, yeah, he thought he was tough. And then when I grabbed him up by his collar and pinned him to the wall, he found out he wasn't as tough as he thought he was. Yeah. He thought since I was a woman, I wasn't strong enough. I picked him up. His feet wasn't touching the ground. I had him pinned up on the wall. And that's when I told him, boy, I brought you here. I will take you out. He said, my grandmother had a dream about fish. Oh, we should get a fish when I got grown. I never wanted her to dream about fishes. Now, normally when we heard about somebody fishes, it was either someone died and someone else got pregnant. So they said that was replacing the one that passed away. So they got a lot of different meanings too. I had to explain to my niece this week that it means to put something out to pasture. Hey, JC, you slid in here too. I didn't see you. Good evening. Thank you for stopping in. Yeah, yeah. Okay, I see that. I'm reading it again. So yeah, we all had either a similar saying or close to it in some kind of way as we were growing up in regards to life in itself. Life is funny in itself. It's got a good times, well, it's some bad, but for the most part, these kids that's out here now in this generation, they have no idea what a fun childhood is. We rode our bikes everywhere. We would be gone all day. Sometimes we would pack a lunch or we would put our swimsuit on up our jeans and stuff because we would find a creek and wade in it and catch tadpoles or frogs or whatever. Yeah, we had a good time. These kids don't know anything about that. They stay in the house. They either playing video games or on they're gamers or whatever. They don't know what fresh air is like. I think the only time they know what fresh air is like is when they go into the door to get a DoorDash package, you know, or if you take them somewhere to a family reunion, you got them out in the park. Other than that, these kids don't know nothing about being gone all day, drinking out of a water hose. Yeah, when you turn the water hose on, you let it run for a minute because if it's been sitting out in the sun, that water is hot. Let it run for a minute and drink. If you peed, you peed out behind the garage of somebody's house, or in the woods. Girls stand behind you with their dresses out like this here so you can so you could pee if you out in the woods. Oh, boys, y'all find a tree in a heartbeat. Garden Central, thank you. Thank you for stopping in. You think you have it so hard back in my day. She thought she was too hot to. Hey, Gardening Essential. Thank you for stopping in. Yeah, I thought she was hot to try. Yeah, 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 yeah. So it's just funny how times have changed. Back in the day, we dressed for everything. Cabarets, weddings, birthday parties, whatever. When I used to hang out in the street, and you was fly all the time. Okay, I mean you was dressed, not just the outside. You had new underwear on, had your hair done, nails done, makeup to the T. You be Hollywood all the way down to your toes. It's just so funny. Like last night, my girlfriend, she was bringing me home from Bible study. We were talking about the old fashioned stockings, the fishnets and the window panes and sheer ones with the lines up the back, the black seam up in the back with my long legs. Oh, I used to style and profile in those. These kids nowadays, all they think of is what they call them throwback jerseys and $400 to $1,500 tennis shoes and stuff. They don't know what dressing up and looking good. When you went to a funeral, guys were suited down and ladies wore dresses. These folks coming in here. I seen some folks coming to a funeral like they going to the club. They come in there with skirts so tight and so short they can't even sit down. I'm just like, oh, I was like, this is a funeral. Come in there with sequins and stuff on. I was like, the dead can't see what they got on, but everybody else can. And it just be like a freak show sometimes at some funerals. And you just sit there and shake your head. You can't even say nothing. You be like, this is a funeral. Be respectful. It's just like, whoo, yeah, yeah. Some of them funerals would be throwing me way off base. Like, wow. Yeah, the generation we got out here now, they're disrespectful. They're what they call woke. Mm-mm. Yeah, keep living was one. Keep living long enough. Okay. I don't know what happened. Am I back, y'all? Hit me with a one if I'm back. Can you hear me and see me? Yeah, so we got high winds here. Where's my phone? Boy, I knew it was too good to be true. All right, you can hear me and see me. Okay. Thank you. Appreciate you. Yeah, because I saw the little thing saying oops. And then the next thing I know, I was off and I came back. Thank you, good people. Appreciate y'all. Y'all all right sometimes. You know what I'm saying? My mom used to say the world is all right. She said, I'm all right, the world's all wrong. That's what she used to say. Oh, that's a good one, Gwen. Keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. Yeah. Thank you, y'all. I appreciate you. I'm back. Yeah. You don't know a person until you see them angry. Yeah. And someone will act a plumb fool, and that can go for drunk too. A lot of folks you think that's okay till they get a few drinks in them and start cutting up, and you be like, "Whoo, okay, I didn't know he was like that." They either uh, a happy drunk or mean drunk. Yeah, both. Then it's okay, and then you see them the next. So yeah, that's right. Drop MSOG to drop your link. Let us know and drop your temperatures. Drop your temperatures on where you guys are at, what the weather's like. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I said that one. We loose lips sink ships. My mom would tell me, Sylvia, you can't stop the world and get off. I was like, what? Yeah, I heard that one too. Yeah. 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 And sometimes, it was just amazing how people think that everybody's supposed to be nice 24/7. It would be nice if we could, but you only give what you get. You know, sometimes you have to match your energy with whomever you dealing with. There's some people you just leave alone. You just kind of walk away from them. That's right. Thanks, Mike. My mom. Oh, okay. Yeah, I read that already. So yeah, growing up, the older folks from down south, they had some stuff that they would say. I had no idea what they was talking about, none whatsoever. And then as I got older, I actually didn't hear it again. But then by the time I heard it again, I kind of figured out what it meant. So not all things are self-explanatory at a certain age. Some stuff you still ain't sure, like, I'm not absolutely sure, but I think they meant, so yeah. Everybody's checking out the weather. It's 12 degrees Fahrenheit in, oh, that's where Mike must be. Yeah, Minnesota. Yeah, we had that a couple of days ago, and it was cold. It was so cold outside, you could stick a bucket of water out there, and within an hour, it was frozen solid. It was cold. It was that kind of cold that would go through your gloves. If you didn't have the right gloves on, your tips of your fingers would get cold, or your toes and your boots would get cold. It was that dry cold. It looked like it went all through to the bone. I'm so glad it's warmer now. Oh, GT is 7 degrees there. Well, I wouldn't expect anything different. You in Alaska. If you said 74 or 75, then I would be like, whoa, but 7 degrees, yeah. Juice with J, beautiful weather in Cali. Don't be rude. I got a cousin who's in Hollywood, California, and I got cousins in San Diego. So yeah, I know. And normally when I watch Kay Renee, I see her working out in her garden. Yeah. So yeah. Mary, grow with me. This is my internet hug to you. Thank you so much for stopping in this evening. Yeah. You ain't got to rub it in, Jay. You ain't got to rub it in. GT, everybody emailing you. They want to know about this, that, and the third. Say, are you giving them the right email? Are we woke? Hi. Hi. You okay? Huh? Yeah. You okay? Oh, okay. Ah, she got a catitude. Mm-hmm. She got a catitude. So yeah, so it's a lot of things we grew up with that a lot of these young girls don't know nothing about. Like we had the little stockings with the thick lace trim around them, the socks for little girls, and we had the patent leather shoes that we wore to Sunday school. And you had white cotton gloves that had the little button pearl, uh, mm, the little pearl button where you can close it in, and you had your little hat. Sometimes you had the ribbon with the bow in the back, and yeah, you was dressed, and you had a patent leather purse that matched your shoes. So it's not like that now. Some of these people go to church as they are, and whoo, yeah, Nikki, she got a attitude. Mm-hmm. Don't judge a book by its cover. Yeah, bite the bullet. Ooh, that's a good one too, especially bite the bullet. Yeah, yeah, she got a attitude. Yeah, sometimes she'll look at me and she'll tap me on the shoulder trying to get my attention. I'd be like, no, leave me alone. I get just as finicky as she is. We get on each other's nerves. I was in the bathroom. She know that she's not allowed to cross that threshold. I said, I don't sit and watch you on your litter box. You don't sit and watch me in the bathroom. So she was just sitting there staring at me, and I took the door and shut it. You saw that little paw. I was like, you better not open up the door. You see the paw disappear like that. Oh, y'all would be laughing at us. Hmm. Yeah, mom jokes. Everybody talking to each other. Oh, we told a joke. I didn't see the joke. Yeah, so I've been watching a lot of dad jokes, and they be bad. Oh my god, you can't help but laugh at some of these dad jokes because they are so corny. All right, y'all, that was my TV. Um, that they is so bad you couldn't help but laugh at them because you just like, where did they come up with this stuff? Barking up the wrong tree. A little birdie told me birds of a feather flock together. Yeah, yeah, and that's funny because I just told a friend the other day. I was like, I bought him some Oreo cookies. Oh yeah, if I had $1 for every time I heard, or they said a dime back in the day, um, that he liked Oreo. I mean, not Oreo, Lorna Dooms. And so I said, I had a little birdie tell me that you like Lorna Dooms. He said that little birdie told you right. That's my friend who's in hospice right now. So yeah. Yeah, you barking up the wrong tree. Yes, indeed. That was a good one. Say if I had $1, shoot, that's inflation now. If I had $1 for every time I heard that. Back in the day, we said if I had a dime for every time we heard that. Dime bought a lot back in the day. Dime ain't worth a dime now, is it? Jeez, money ain't what it used to be. They didn't stop printing a penny. I got all these pennies I didn't save. And I mean, I got some pennies. And I'm like, all right, I need to put these back into circulation. They supposed to be printing some new money that's supposed to be equivalent to a penny. And I'm like, all right, so what that mean? All right, no, they ran out of copper per se for the penny. So what metal will this new money be made out of for us to panhandle from one store to another? Yeah. Yeah, I love that one. Birds of a feather flock together. I use that all the time, especially when you got a bunch of friends that's nutty as fruitcakes without the fruit. That's why. That's one my mom. She nutty as a fruitcake without the fruit. Hey Tigsy, what's up, baby? Been listening from the big screen while trying to upload my video. Hope you all are doing well. Yeah, trying to stay warm and dry here. By me being in the house so much, I just been eating everything. I had lost weight, but I guess I'm going to gain all my weight back and add a few pounds to it because that's all I do all day is eat. I got so much junk sitting down here, and I'm not really a junk food eater. But last night I had some French vanilla ice cream. I had some fresh strawberries that I cut up and put sugar, and I poured that over the top. And when I ate that, that wasn't enough. And then I was like, I grabbed some Oreo cookies. I was just like, girl, you got to slow down. You talking about getting into this certain dress. I was like, you won't be able to get into it in a minute. It's too big now, but if I keep eating like this and it's just December, I won't be able to get into it come spring. Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. Everybody talking to you about their emails. Everybody saying hi. Yeah. Okay. So it's a lot to be said about old sayings because you know that they most of the time when they say this on good, um, to make sure you're okay or just to get you to stop and listen to what they're saying. It might be part of discipline. It might be something funny. Oh, that's a good one. A penny saved is a penny earned. Well, that penny ain't worth jack now. Oh, that common sense was common. Everybody would have some. Yeah, yeah. A penny saved is a penny earned, which meant every penny that you earn, you should try to save if you can, because to earn it. Yeah, yeah. Would you say, Gwig, that's common sense. You ain't got a lick of sense. I remember hearing that one. Yeah. And the old other one is if common sense was common, everybody would have some because you got a lot of folks out here who are well educated fools. They got plenty of book sense, but when it come to common sense, that as my mama said, they ain't got a lick at a snake. No. Mm-mm. They have no, they're not humble. They have no humility. It's just sad. And science is not everything. Science can be proven to be wrong. So, yeah. So, as your kids are in, you try to help them to learn and listen. They look at you with that almost, you can almost see that question mark boop, in their face. Like, what? And you got to figure out how to rephrase it so that they will understand it. You know, yeah, we did that one. Don't bite the hands that feed you. Yeah, yeah. These pennies, yeah, like I said, I got all these pennies here at the house. I'm trying to figure out how am I going, what am I do with them now since the penny is no longer in circulation. I got a couple of them I think that might be worth something, but I haven't found a coin store I could take them to that haven't checked out. But I wonder would they have lost their value since pennies are no longer being made. That's crazy. So that's just, I say food for thought. That's another one. Yeah. So I hope everybody got their email straight so that they'll know what's going on because in another 2 weeks will be seed months in the month of January. So I hope you got your seeds together that you want to share with others and ready for your emails to blow up so they can send you some. I'm already making a list who've already asked me for some seeds from my pink hibiscus. I also have cantaloupe seeds that I actually harvested from a cantaloupe that I had grown 2 years ago that are still nice and pliable. Um, I do have some seeds from my smaller refrigerator size watermelon. And what else I got to see? Oh, Big Bertha, that big, huge bell pepper. I got some seeds from that too. So yeah. Yeah, waste not, want not. That's a good one. Oh, pot to piss in and a window to throw it out of. Oh, that's a oldie but goodie right there. I'm talking about them sorry guy that's always begging for money. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking about that too, Bammy. Don't yeah, I'm keeping up with them. I'm making sure I'm not mixing them with the other pennies. Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You got that one right. Oh, you want some, GT? I'm making a list who's been coming in on chats and telling me what seeds they would like for me to. Uh, Trying to keep up with my list. I had 99 for one thing, GT. And these are call them, brain, brain just went blank. Perennials. They come back every year. Room, GT. Don't put them in no little tight spot. Oh, here they go. Don't put them in that tight spot. They get huge. Huge. GT1. Pink hibiscus. Yeah, I done everything as soon as I hear about it because otherwise I will forget. I'll be like, who was that? And I was like, dang, I forgot who that was. I was like, okay. Uh-oh, I see everybody saying, David, Cropper is in the house. Oh, not a problem, sweetheart. You more than welcome. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, yeah. GT sent me an email address. I can't send them unless you send me an address. Tixie said, hello, I missed while talking and who recently came in. So she want to make sure, don't nobody say, did you say hi to me? I didn't hear you say hi to me. She's saying hi to everybody she missed. So Cropper. Oh yeah, yeah. My brain is 60 seconds long. Oh yeah, don't come around me with them crocodile tears. Okay. Yeah. Oh man, don't be snorting and snotting around me. Yes, indeed. Yeah, I had to write stuff down. That's why I got so many notebooks over here. I got so many notes. And then I'll look at some and I'll go, ooh, I'm so glad I wrote that down. Like my calendar, it looks like one of them day planners, but this helps me a lot so I can keep up with stuff. My calendar, I got doctor's appointments and I mark off each day. I keep up with stuff like this because it's big enough for me to see if I don't have my glass. And like I got Simone, so my granddaughter's coming over and getting me tomorrow, and I'm spending the weekend at her house. So I had to check to make sure that all her litter boxes is clean, and she got plenty of fresh water and food. I'll be gone a couple of days, and she can have a house to herself. She have all the zoomies she wants. Yeah, yeah. My granddaughter comes over. She comes out now. She normally hide when people come, but certain people she just come right up to. The other day I was shocked. My social worker was here at the house and she came not only out, she sat at her feet and talked to her. She walked up and looked up at him and went, meow. And I was like, okay. I said, do you have pets? She said, yeah, I got two. Ah, almost can sense people who are animal lovers and not scared of them because she don't know. Ooh, that's a good one, Greg. A leopard never changes his spots. We say spots. She says stripes. Yeah. Oh yeah. My mom would say that too. I beat you long enough. I'll give you something. Don't be sitting up there go. She said, quit all that sniffing, storing something to cry about. She didn't play. She gave head cropper. What was told to you as a child, a saying of some sort that you didn't understand then, but you do now? I'm quite sure David probably parents or aunts and uncles had a lot to say about him. Oh, it's always darkest just before the dawn. Yeah, too. A stitch in time saves nine. I didn't know it meant solve a small problem before it becomes a big one. Yep. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A lot of things you can kind of figure out as you get older, and then other ones you'd be like, "Oh, you're gonna have to give me more information than that. I don't have a clue on where this was going." Yeah, I don't want to use it in the wrong content. So yeah, what that mean? Oh, quick, fast, in a hurry. Yeah, yep. So what's going on with the internet lately? It keeps dropping, and we have to reboot. Yeah, Uh, they're going up on prices on all these different platforms and apps, and they want you to spend that extra money, but that's easier said than done. Since you can't spend what's in my head. Yep, yep, large Keller, yeah. Oh, does she? Um, I asked somebody asked me what kind of cat it is, and from I don't think calico. She might have the colorings calico, but the design is different. I've seen plenty of calicos, and her design in her coat is entirely different. And she's got a complete white chest and white. All four paws is white. So I don't know what you call it. The grass ain't always greener on the other side. Ain't that the God's heaven truth? Cockroach have no place in a foul chicken fight. All right, I ain't never heard that one. Okay. Natural Yard. Thank you for stopping in. Where you been? Been missing you. I see somebody saying howdy, Lynette. So Lynette Lawrence is in here too. Thank you so much for coming in this evening. Thank you all. Please make sure y'all hit that like button and show me that you like me. Just a little bit would be greatly appreciated. And like, share, and subscribe my channel as well. I would love that as well. The grass is not always greener on the other side. And God knows that's the truth. Yeah, I thought it was when I left home at 17. I learned to survive, but it was like, oh, don't let the cat out the bag. Why would someone put the poor kitty in a bag? Happy bag. What's up? What's up? What's up? Thank you for stopping in. That's a good one. Ooh, that's a really good one. Tags done in the dark will come to the light. Yes, it will. Every time. What Natural Yard say, if a fish would keep its mouth shut, he would never get caught. That's a good one. I heard something similar to that, but not quite put that way. Oh, yeah, that's a good one though, and that does make sense. He can't hook you if you leave it alone. So true, so true, so true. Has anyone ever been put on punishment where you are grounded? YouTube's becoming the next television movie network. Yep, lots of programming is coming in the future. That's why so many celebrities are getting channels. Crazy. Oh yeah, because you got some that's got regular channels on. They're not even on regular TV. They're only on YouTube. Yeah. Well, they said that there's plenty of room for it, so they're gonna keep expanding. Ah, ooh, tag. That's a really good one. Even a fool is thought to be wise until he opens his mouth. True that. and then there's another part to that, and remove all doubt. Yeah. Auntie Swirl, thank you for stopping in. My cat had 4 breeds in her blood, but friends said she was a calico cat. Everybody keeps calico too, and I've seen plenty of calicos, and their markings was nothing like hers. I think she's a mix between a calico and something else, but not just a pure calico. David said, folks will never know how ignorant you are until you open your mouth. That's the same thing as uh, the fool. Even a fool is thought to be wise until he open up his mouth and then remove all doubt. So, yeah, just like the does. I stayed on punishment. What'd you say, Bammy? Well, I'm oldest, so um my siblings came, the next one was like 9 years below me, and then another one behind that one, a small gap, and then two more came down behind that one. So I had plenty of people to blame stuff on, and I got away with it because I was so convincing. You weren't gonna have me sitting in the house looking out the window at the other kids playing. I didn't do it. Yes, you did. You did, son. I would lie on your butt, keep being grounded. Oh, I went through that too. My grandmother, when I lived with my grandmother, she bought a bush all the way from Dalton, Georgia, and planted it in the backyard with the apple tree and Georgia peach tree. And when we were little, girls didn't wear pants. They wore dresses and skirts all the time. We were little ladies all day long. And she would say, go in the back and get me a switch. And you would be crying all the way walking. It was like dead man walking. And you better not like that braids, because if you do, I'm going to take two and braid it up, and I'm going to really whip you. And you go get one that was green, and you walking towards, I go, and she going to tear your legs up. You be wanting to wear pants to school because you have all these whelps on your legs, and granny done told your behind up. Yeah. Yeah, they're not laughing with you, they laughing at you. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah. What's that? Is that Doopy know who is frightened? Ghost knows who to frighten. Oh, yeah, true that. They know who's scary and who's vulnerable. Yeah, true that. Yeah, I like that one though. They not laughing with you, they let you. So that tells you they ain't your friends. If they laughing at you, not laughing with you, they ain't your friends. You need to leave them alone, find you some new friends. I couldn't even call them friends. I don't even want to call them acquaintances. They just happen to be around. Your true friend ain't gonna do you like that. I had a friend like that all the way up to she died about 5 years from a brain aneurysm. Caught everybody off guard. We have been friends so long, we didn't even have to talk. That's how close we were. We didn't even have to talk. We just look at each other. If we both spotted something at the same time, we just look at each other, and I already know what you're thinking, and I already know what you're saying. Because if you said it out loud, you said it word for word. And we just bust out laughing. And people will look at us and say, did they say something? I didn't hear nobody say nothing. Did they say something? We ain't got to talk. We was that in tune with one another. We could finish one another's sentences. I said my mama didn't have time for grounding anyone. She just went straight to the point with that switch. Yeah, those switches wasn't no joke. I'll slap you in the middle of next week. Yep, yep, yep. Oh, is that growing out the box? Hey, what's up, sweetie? How are you? As you said, a good old day. They were. They were. Food. Hey, we tardy homestead. Don't make me beat the black off you. Yeah. Who? So you an owl now? Yeah. Yeah, that was a good one. Oh, thank you for coming in this evening. Uh, don't let the way the good Lord spit. Yeah, we did that one earlier. Yeah. And it's just funny. See, that's what I'm saying. Now, we're from different states, different generations, and a lot of us have the same sayings. There might be one or two words that might be twisted around, but it's pretty much means the same thing in the end. So it shows you that parents and discipline is universal. You know, uh, I could be talking about someone who lives in Africa or the UK or whatever. They can pretty much tell you the same thing that their parents used to say as well. I don't know how they all intertwine with one another. How do they know that these same sayings, is out there? But it's just amazing how that all kind of fits in there some kind of way. Because, like I said, all of us in here is not of the same generations. So we're from different states, different ages, different walks of life, but yet and still we can remember a lot of sayings that's pretty much in common that was said in the household, whether it's from your mom or your grandmother or aunt or someone in your family who might have thrown that at you. I'm back, just finished supper with the family. That's good. That's good. I hope it was good tonight. I made a big old pot of neck bones and I threw some peas and carrots and what is that? Noodles? Yeah, egg noodles and okra. It was so good. Oh my goodness. I was sucking the meat right off the neck bones. They were just falling off the bone. Oh, it was good. Everybody saying hello to growing out the box. Would you say hello and crisp evening? That's about right. Oh, it's cold everywhere else. Yep, we have BLTs, yeah. I'm trying to keep up with it. Cheshire. Okay, Life with Cheshire. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Everybody saying hello to one another. Yeah, so for the ones who didn't have to get home by the street lights, the time they came on, because some people in the country they didn't have street lights. When it got dark, it just got dark. But by the time it really got dark, your butt should be at home on the porch or at least in the yard. Because we used to go out after we let our parents know that we were home. We would take mom's mason jars or jelly jars, and like in the June and July, they had lightning bugs. Some of y'all call them June bugs, and we would catch them and put them in a jar and watch them light up. Sometimes we put holes in the top so they would sit the jar in your room and light up all night long. And some of them forget to put holes in the jar and they be dead in the morning. Oh, Francisca said it is -5 here with wind chills at -33. Ah, that's cold. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I would be what they call a fudge sickle. Ain't no way in the world I go outside with -5. Mm-mm. Yeah, would you say I'm trying, stop trying and get it done? I remember when my mom um, used to work nights sometimes, and by me being the oldest, I had to watch my other siblings. And that old saying, when I get home, this kitchen better be clean. My mama didn't play that. Yeah, she will take them covers, snatch them off, and whoop your behind and tell you to get in there and clean that kitchen. When my mama said clean that kitchen, she meant just that. That means not only dishes was washed, they were dried and put away, the floor was swept, the garbage was taken out, countertop, stove, refrigerator, everything got wiped down. Mm-mm. Yeah, we said people living in the North are soldiers. Yeah. I have a very nice collection of jackets, and my hoodie collection has gotten extensive. And I'm picking up on knit hats. And right now, I was waiting on growing out the box to put his knit hats on. He showed I want a pink one. I got a pink hoodie that I got from New York that I want to match up. David says it's 71 in Texas. Didn't nobody ask you, David? Hmm. Yep. So I'm used to it though. I kind of, you know, like wintertime because I'll go somewhere where it's warm. Yeah, it makes me appreciate when I go to Jamaica and Mexico or Dominican Republic, and I get my suntan lotion and I go down and sit at the beach. I will get in. I can swim. I will swim for a while. My sister, she always my roommate, and we hang out and get us a couple of drinks, and I'll swim, come back, put some suntan lotion, just kind of sit and chill. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a good one, David. I ain't gonna say it but one time. No, yeah, don't let me have to say that again. Hey, Stacy, how are you? Hands in the dirt. I don't even know half the time what to say. I don't know if one minute I see you saying hands in dirt, and the next minute I see it life with hands. Yeah. Watching you earlier, you was your blueberries checking the pH. Yeah, lowering the pH for them. I was like, yeah, I got to do that for mine, but I'll do that come spring. I ain't going out there now. David said, it's still spring in Texas. We apologize. Ain't nobody thinking about you, David. A razor blades hitting you in the face because of the highway. Yeah, it stings. Yeah, yeah. Um, I remember here when we were kids, how mom would slather. Slather. You hear me, y'all? That Vaseline on our faces, but your face never got cold. It never cracked. Yeah, you look like brand new penny, but it was good though. Ah, that's right, Sylvia. I tell 'em, plant them tomatoes and see what happens. Mary said, just so you know, David, I wanted to know Texas temperature. Yeah, growing out the box, that kitchen better be clean. I gave up. My daughter would cook, but she would not clean. Well, when my siblings got a little older, they had to help. Like if I washed dishes, they had to dry them and put them away. But I still had to sweep the floor and take the garbage out since I was the oldest. Oh yeah, Dave, that one earlier. Yeah, it's gonna hurt me more. It's gonna hurt you. I said, I don't figure how it is when it's my behind is getting tore up. Yeah. And you couldn't say lie. You couldn't call your siblings stupid. You couldn't say shut up. It sound too much like other curse words. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff you couldn't say when we were coming up. Silver, I have spring temps too. Oh, LGG Love says we had -10 for 1 week in New York City. That froze our pipes, and we had a boiler that worked with water, so we were done. Oh, I know a lot of folks were saying in certain parts that they had the water dripping to keep their pipes from freezing. Yeah. I have a girlfriend who always keep her door cracked in the bathroom, her what they call linen covered, because the pipes was back behind the wall. That way the air that came into the bathroom would circulate so she wouldn't have problems with the pipes freezing. All my pipes is inside the walls, no outside pipes. I don't have a window over my sink, it's inside. So yeah, we don't have to worry too much about our pipes freezing here. Yeah. So David said, stop hating on Texas, Sylvia. Sylvia said, we had 2 nights and 28 degrees. I said, that is enough for the rest of the winter. Oh, I wish. Shoot, our daytime was 28. Nights was like 10, -2. Yeah. The other day, the high was -14. No, not minus, but 14 degrees. That was the high for the whole day. It was cold. Did not go out that day at all. I didn't take the trash out. I didn't even go down these stairs. I stayed up here. I was like, anything that had to be done would have to wait. Also, I was always, ooh, I was also, I always was told you best be in church on Sunday morning if you're going to be running around late on Saturday night. Yeah, all you sinners go in there, make sure you can repent on Sunday morning. Oh, yeah, and that's true, David. Those were the respect days. No shut up, no stupid people, no buts being said unless it was a continuation on a sentence. Yeah, true that. It was different. It was a different time and different era. Ooh, Hanson Durst says it's 59 degrees right now. Shoot, that's a heat wave for us. Tag said we had to say that word intelligently challenged. Yeah, yeah. You couldn't say you stupid. You couldn't say you dumb. Say retarded. You couldn't say fag. It was a whole list of stuff you couldn't say back in the day. You would get your teeth knocked down your throat, and it didn't have to be just your parents. Everybody on the block could kick your butt. And then once you got back to the house, and mom and dad would kick you again. I guarantee you, when you finish having your beat down, that was one avenue you didn't take again, or you made sure that you was somewhere far where nobody else heard you when you said it. You learn real quick. Let me tell you. Oh yeah, I would too. 19 the other night here in Georgia's on 60 degrees right now. You got down to 19? Ooh. Mm. Back then they went to church 3 times on Sunday. We went to church one time and be there all day. That's why they always had church dinners, because you be there all day. Because we went to church, kids was in a separate room, what they call it Sunday school, and the grown-ups was upstairs. Yeah. And they think these times are better. I beg to offer. No. Back in the day when we was coming up, you didn't have cell phones. You didn't have Instagram or YouTube or WeChat and all this other stuff. You didn't have all of that. You had a phone that had a cord that could stretch from the front of the house to the back of the house and around the corner where you could shut your bedroom door and talk to your friends or be on the phone talking to your friend until they say, hang up that phone. It was either hanging on the kitchen wall or you had a desk one that was sitting on the table in the living room. So yeah, these kids have no idea what fun was. And we also had real food. A lot of just about everything my grandmother made, because I stayed with her for a while until I moved in with my mom and dad, was made from scratch. We didn't have canned goods. Granny would go to the market early in the morning when the chickens got up and get the fresh string beans and greens or peas. She had me sitting there with a bowl between my legs, like she had one. We'd be sitting there taking crowded peas and opening up, taking your thumb and running it through it down there, shelling peas as they called it. Granny had a garden in the back. We go out and weed and we water stuff or planted stuff or harvested something. She had a flower garden to attract pollinators and what have you. So, yeah, I did that as a child. So it kept me out of trouble, kept me out of everybody's hair, and they pretty much knew where I was. Unless grandma didn't have nothing for me, pew, I was going to the park. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Times have changed. Time has changed. Ooh, government cheese. They made the best mac and cheese and cheese sandwiches. Oh my goodness. That government cheese was no joke. Yep. That government cheese was all right. Yeah. And my mom would get the cheese. We get a bag of potatoes. You get that carnation powdered milk. And you got, was it pet milk in the can and stuff, please. We liked all of that. That off-brand cereal that looks like Cheerios or Frosted Flakes without the frost. We had all that back in the day, okay? So believe me, my mom knew how to cook. She would take, man, my mom could cook. I just put it like that. I don't care what you put in front of us. Some kind of way she made it a delicious meal. And she always made sure we had all the basics. You had the protein, um, the meat, you had your salad, you had your green veggie, and we always had a dessert. Always. My mom made sure that we never wanted for nothing. And it kept down colds. When you eat right, it helps the nutrition and your immune system. My mom with a house full of kids, one gets sick, everybody gonna get sick. So she didn't play that. Yeah, when we did get a call, it was a party. Girl, please. I used to eat in my grandmother's room and pick up the phone, and you can hear Miss Johnson talking to Miss Brown down the street. You done found out who got pregnant, who they sent out of state to have a baby, then they was coming back. You done find out whose husband tipping with what person, and then somebody said, "Is there somebody else on the line?" And you be trying to put the receiver back on. Yeah, those were the days. Yeah, they say we can learn so much from my elders as I'm learning from you all. You are all so well seasoned. Yeah, but oh gee, I was standing in the line at 2. That's all right. So what's your point? Kill you? You was all right. You took care of business, didn't you? They didn't call that child abuse. They called that child raising. If you want to eat, you had to do your share of work. I don't care how old you was. By me being the oldest, by the time I turned 16, I could change diapers, make formula from scratch, dress a baby, cook a 4-course meal, the whole 9 yards. Believe me, back in the day, I grew up real fast. Yeah. I learned how to grow up. When I left home, I thought everybody knew how to do that. I thought everybody my age knew how to clean a house, how to change a baby, how to burp, how to make fun. We used to make formula from either carnation milk or pep milk and Karo syrup. That was the formula that you made for your baby to drink back in the day coming up. We had cloth diapers. We had them big giant safety pins, and you had them plastic rubber put over the diaper. All right, so hopefully that if your baby's sitting in your lap, they didn't pee all over you. You always put a towel or something over your shoulder for you burp your baby in case they throw up. Let me tell you, old school. These kids ain't got crap. My son was halfway grown by the time Pampers came out. So, yeah. Yep, yep, Cassandra. My granddaddy said if you can walk, you can work. Yep. I went with my granddaddy because he couldn't read or write. So I used to hang with him because I could read or write and I could help explain to the people, the clerk, or whoever in the store what he wanted. Well, no, yeah, you could do that growing out the box, but if you pick it up real slow and easy, they won't hear it click. You can do it either way. Yeah, we had a party line back there. What was our number? I can still remember it. SK1493. Yeah. And when I was in high school, I used to work the switchboard where you put the headset on and you had all these little, you had to connect. All right. You wanted to talk to Sue, so you pull this one out and put that one there, put the original switchboards. Okay. I was out when black and white TV had just came out. We used to listen to the radio. We was the first family on the street to have a black and white TV. So yeah. And the TV would go off at 10 o'clock at night. No, 11 o'clock after the 10 o'clock news, and they would play the Star Spangled Banner, and the TV would go off. There was no late night movies. It wasn't no late night host. Well, it was Johnny Carson and them a little later on, but at that time, everything went off. All you had was snow. There was nothing else. It was 3, 5, 8, 43, and 19. Yeah, those old time videos are a lot better than they are now. I grew up with the Little Rascals and musicals of all kinds and all those actors and actors that was in black and white before color came along. Yeah, I'm not saying we used to eavesdrop. Yeah, 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 whatever. Ah, yeah, growing out the box, you telling on yourself. I didn't think you was that kind of slick, but I ain't mad at you though. We enjoyed ourselves. We had fun. We knew what was going on though in the neighborhood. David said, down here in Texas, a party line. You don't know who's on the phone. But if you had an emergency, you asked them, could you make a call? Yeah. Well, we knew everybody's voices, so we knew who Miss Johnson sounded like, Miss Brown sounded like, Miss Menifee. We knew who everybody sounded like. So when you heard them on the phone, you know exactly who it was. And you already knew who the nosy folks and the gossipers on the street were. Everybody knew each other on the street. Everybody knew each other. They know your mama, your daddy, the kids in the family, your dog, the whole nine. Everybody knew everybody on both sides of the street when we was growing up. We were in a neighborhood. Yeah. Yeah. Anybody could hear and know your business back then. We watched a lot of Sanford Son, All in the Family, Little House on the Prairie. Oh yeah, all of that. Baby, what you say the first TV we had got repoed? Ooh, tax. My mom used to work the switchboard for Ma Bell. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, back in the day, it was just fun. You just enjoyed growing up being a child, and you had special clothes for special occasions. You had your Sunday clothes that went back in the closet or in the drawer. You had your school clothes. You did not wear them outside other than going to school. And you had your play clothes that you had to change into once you got in from school. So now these kids, they wear the same thing all day. So yeah. And back in the day in high school, girls weren't allowed to wear dresses. I mean, pants. You had to wear a skirt or a dress. Now, as in the wintertime, we wore pants up under our skirts and stuff because it was cold outside. But once we got to school, you had to take them off. And you couldn't wear stockings either. Stockings was a no-no for young ladies. No, you had to wear them wool socks carrying on. Keep your legs greased up, looking like new money. But yeah, then the dress code, by the time I graduated from high school, the dress code changed. You could wear stockings, you could wear makeup, you could wear uh, pants, the whole 9 yards. So how come all this didn't happen when I was in school? Yeah. And we used to put on 2 or 3 pairs of those wool socks trying to make your legs look big. Yeah, you couldn't play in your church clothes. Not even outside of church. Nope. As soon as you got home, you had to come out of everything. Hey, Fortune and Urban, thank you for stopping in this evening. Sexy as socks on a bullfrog. Oh, okay, that's country. Sexy as socks on a bullfrog. I ain't never heard that one. How's that sexy? That's crazy. That don't even make sense. Sexy as socks on a bullfrog. That's funny. Don't make sense, but that's funny. Yeah. No pantyhose sold on Sundays. Uh, I don't know about that one, David. We could buy pantyhose any time of the day and night. You just couldn't wear them but certain places. But like I said, you dressed for everything back in the day. We used to wear gowns, evening gowns with your hair pieces, stuff, the parties and stuff. You would be styling and profiling. Back in that day, that's when all these groups were popular but not famous. Like the OJs came from Cleveland. And we used to see the OJs at the ice cream store. They had a house out in Shaker. You would see the OJs all the time. And then once they got famous, you didn't see the OJs out on the street anymore. They weren't like everyday people like they used to be. When they were first coming out and singing, go to Clem, you could sit with them and talk, go backstage, have a good time, hang, run with them. Once they got famous, you couldn't do that anymore. I met Aretha Franklin in person. I was downtown at this luncheon and I seen these big guys. I had finished the luncheon, came out, waiting on the girls so we can go back to the job. And there was these two big burly guys standing out in the hallway. And I was like, oh wow, I said somebody important. So I heard the voice and I knew who it was. I was like, that sounds like Aretha Franklin. And I turned around and this chick had on the baddest black minx coat that fully to the ground. It was sharp. And I said, "Hello, Miss Franklin." And she said, "Call me Aretha." And I said, "Can I have your autograph?" She said, "Yes." I couldn't find anything to write it on. And then I had a little short, small phone book in my purse. I ripped the back of it off, and one of the bodyguards gave her a pen, and she wrote her name on it. I still had that page. And so she had left by the time the rest of them came out. And I was like, "Y'all missed it. Y'all missed it." And they was like, "What?" I said, "Y'all just missed Aretha Franklin." They was like, "Quit lying." I was like, "She here for the concert this weekend and she just left the hotel." I was like, "Y'all missed it." And so they said, "Uh, you just lying." So I was like, "Okay." So when we went outside, the limo that she was in was parked out front, and she rolled her window down and she said, "Bye, Shirley." I said, "Bye, Aretha." And everybody was like, I said, "I told y'all, y'all missed Aretha Franklin." Oh, oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Fortune and Urban. Oh my God. My grandma also said, "You make my butt want to dip snuff." And I really don't understand that one, but this a little, I know that word. This a little, I can't say it, but I know the word. It'll come to me where I can say it. Uh, yeah, I don't understand that either. Yeah, it's called the Bible Belt. Yeah. By 6 o'clock on Saturday, everything shut down. Yeah, it did. Business visualization. The blue law was here also. Y'all called it the blue law? I've never heard it called that. I don't know. I'm saying everybody's different. Yeah, yeah. LGGJ love. Yeah, those were the good old days. These kids don't have any idea. Had real penny candy. You got a little brown bag that big, and it would be filled all the way to the top. You can go in there with a quarter. You thought you was rich. You come out there pulling on a black cow or eating some squirrels or some Micah Nice or some Boston baked beans or cherries or what they call it, lemon drops, what they call it, jawbreaker stuff, please. You came out there, you thought you was rich. And I would have to hide candy because I was like, y'all ain't eating this. I earned this money. And like the number man back in the day, he would come in the house. My grandmother had the numbers in a dish on top of the radio. He would write her numbers down, get their money, and come in and sit at the table. We'd be having breakfast. He'd grab a piece of bacon, saying, "See y'all later." My grandma used to hit the numbers all the time. Yeah. Insurance man, same way. Jamaica, get out of here. What's that, girl? I love watching you up pot all your stuff. Jamaica, I found some pots the other day. Well, no, not the other day. I had them for a minute. And I got my soldering iron because I need to put holes in them. I caught a good bargain on them. So I was like, so when I started to up pot stuff, I got some more pots to put stuff in. Yeah, tag. I ain't heard that either. Dip, dip too, but I think I understand that one. What was they talking about? Dipping snuff? I know about them that used to dip snuff. They put like their little container and put it in there. I was like, okay. I was like, all right. And I figured out what snuff was too. Yeah. It wasn't baking soda, that's for sure. But yeah. And chewing tobacco, they used to chew tobacco and spit in the can. Oh, I thought that's the most gross thing I ever seen in my life. Jamaica, I like your setup. I like your dogs, though. I like German Shepherds. Did too. Okay. So yeah, so we were just talking about back in the day as we were growing up, there was always sayings that our parents or grandparents or other relatives would say to us, and you didn't understand them as a child, but as you got older, they started making sense and you understood them. I put it like this: the majority of them, anyway, not all of them, but the majority of them. So yeah. So I was just saying, Jamaica, do you have any sayings that you remember being told that you didn't understand at the time, but you do now? Or as you got older, they made sense. And you might not have heard it from someone else. The only time you might hear them is when you're around your own people. You might not hear them in other households. And sometimes you go in a household every now and then and someone will say something, say, my grandmother used to say that. I was like, I thought she was the only one that said that. So yeah, you can find out that they can say the same thing as well. It's not, I say, limited to one area in regards to some of this stuff come from. These are just some of the things that we have already tapped on. Fortune said, and my kids definitely have made me feel that way a lot of times. Okay. Yeah, don't knock over that spit can shot. Oh, that's so nasty. Oh, just thinking about it make you want to puke. Shut up, David. Oh, my mama, are you sick? People don't care. Don't get nowhere. I ain't heard that one, Jamaica. Oh, that's funny. I haven't heard that one. Um, Most popular ones are don't bite the hand that feeds you. This gonna hurt me more than it's gonna hurt you. Closed mouths don't get fed. Well, monkey don't stop no show. Loose lips sink ships. Snitches get stitches. Still waters run deep. I will slap the taste out your mouth. I will knock you into next week. You still got milk behind your ears. I will slap the black off of you. If you drink coffee, it will make you black. If you swallow watermelon seeds, you will get pregnant. Shut up crying before I really give you something to cry about. These are just a few of some of the things that I heard as a child growing up, and some of you are familiar with some of those. Choosing a date that makes a good choosing a date that makes a good mate. Okay. I ain't heard that one. Yeah. That this is what I always say to my children. This ain't Burger King. You can't have it your way. That's a good one. I've heard that one too. Yeah. And see, that's another thing. Growing up, my parents weren't no short order cooks. Whatever they cooked, that's what you ate. If you didn't eat, you went to bed hungry. She wasn't making pancakes for this one and giving a bowl of cereal to that one or make a French toast for that one. No. If she made grits and eggs and toast or oatmeal and toast and eggs or whatever, that's what you ate. It wasn't about putting in a ticket and signing out what you want, but whatever she put in front of you, that's what you ate. If you didn't want to go to school hungry, if you didn't want to go to bed hungry, you ate what was set in front of you and you ate it all. You cleaned your plate. You didn't leave anything. Like my mama used to holler, I ain't got no food for you to waste. That was another one. If you don't like it, it will be waiting for them, whether they eat for snack or tomorrow morning breakfast. Yep, that's what happened when my mom made those uh Brussels sprouts and they was mushy and I wouldn't eat them. She said, that's all right. She put them in the stove, and the next morning, everybody else was eating toast and eggs and oatmeal and stuff. Now, I had that plate of uh, Brussels sprouts sitting in front of me. Like she said, I ain't got no food to be wasted. And I was like, what? What? What did you say? If I was dirty, she say, you look like you've been sucking on a sow. So I had to ask her what that was. It's a sour pig. They are going nowhere fast. Tag, yep. For instance, I refuse to warm it up. They would have to eat when it's hot. No, no, no. Have you have ye don't want and won't eat don't have. Okay. I ain't never heard of that one. Oh, there are children starving in China. Yep. And I tell them they can have my plate. Oh, that's a good one. You think I'm rich? Yeah. Mm-mm. Joe's true. Hey, girl, where you been? You been hiding. You been busy in your ministry. Hadn't seen you in a long time. Thank you for stopping in. Yeah, that's all right. You late, but you here. Oh, I'm almost on 2 hours. I didn't even know it. Oh, wow. 4 more minutes. Well, I thank you, y'all. They'll tell us I ain't cooking but one time, and if you don't eat, it's on you. That's what I'm talking about, David. If you didn't eat what they cooked, you didn't eat it all. And don't holler about you hungry. Can I have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or a bowl of cereal? No. You didn't eat like everybody else ate. You go to bed hungry. You can cry all night. Mom didn't care. Yeah, this ain't no restaurant. I ain't no short order cook. She'll tell you that in a heartbeat. Yeah, all right, sour as a pig. That's what I thought. That I got. That one I got. Oh, you will eat it before it eats you. That's what my mom said. Oh, I ain't heard that one. You will eat it before it eats you. Okay. All right. Time flies when we having fun is in here. Yep. Yeah, I remember that one. Thank you. Oh, for you. Yeah. I heard one in one hand. I heard what want in one hand and mess in the other and see what one fill up faster. I ain't heard that one. I've heard of birds of a feather flock together, but I ain't heard that one. That's a new one on me, Odom. I heard want in one hand and mess in the other and see what with one fill up faster. Messing. Okay. All right. I ain't heard of that one. Yeah, of course. Were you born in the barn? Yeah, that's what they used to tell us when you leave your door standing wide open. Shut that door. You're letting flies in. All right. You country folks know about some of this stuff. Some of this stuff. Mine got country folks too, but I don't think they was quite that country. I ain't never heard that one. Oh, that's a new one. Some said the one that always confused me was when they would say, break a leg when you fixing to go do something. Yeah, that's supposed to be good luck. Yeah, and that's what actors used to tell people going on stage or performances, break a leg. Yeah, bad company will ruin you. Yep. I ain't ever heard that one. That's really something new. Oh, Odom said it the politically correct way. Okay. All right. I can imagine what the other words were. Would rather be judged by 12 than buried by 6. Yeah, Jones truth. Ain't that the truth? Yeah, take me to court. Better than the cemetery. Let me do my time and move on. All right, y'all. I enjoyed y'all coming in and hanging with me this evening so very, very much. My time, I did my 2 hours. I'm getting ready to rest my leg and prop it up, put some ice on it, and just kind of chill. For you ones who are in cold states, please stay warm. Please do not overexert yourself. If you have to go out, please bundle up. As I always say, I'm Miss Shirley, the OG gardener in Cleveland, Ohio, Zone 6B. And I always say, show me that you like me just a little bit. Hit that notification button of any new videos I might upload. And as I always say, enjoy your day. Y'all come back now. You hear?